I'm really hot.
It's so hot. Calm down. You ready?
No. Okay.
I'm just getting hotter.
You know. Okay. Seriously.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
This is the story of two best friends who decided to start a beer review channel in the middle of a pandemic. We're Cara and Candi, and we are Two Blondes Drink Beer.
Hi, welcome back to Two Blondes Drink Beer. I'm Candi and this is Cara. And today we're drinking a category we haven't had before.
What?
It's a bjcp 11B, which is a special bitter. Oh yeah. I said
Okay.
it. Yeah. It's an ale. We
special.
are drinking special. We're drinking Estes Park Brewery's Redrum Ale.
Oh, I thought it was murder ale.
Well, it's murder written backwards. Redrum.
Oh, that's weird.
Have you not seen The Shining?
No.
Oh my god, you guys. Wow.
I don't like scary movies.
So it's like the whole thing with Redrum is that you realize like partway through the movie that it's murder written backwards.
Oh, I noticed it right away.
You see it in a mirror.
I didn't see the red room.
Well,
I saw
it's
the
partially
murder.
how it's written, but
Yeah.
So this is a beer my mom brought back for us from Estes Park. They stayed there this year, and Estes Park is also the home of the Stanley Hotel, made famous for it being the inspiration for the hotel in the movie The Shining. We'll get into that more. But yeah, she brought me back a 6-pack, and this one looked fun. I'm not a huge fan of bitters because they tend to be bitter, but apparently the red ale isn't quite as bitter, and there is some maltiness to offset it. So it's not supposed to be, it's not like dry hopped like, you know, the crazy IPAs in America are.
Okay.
So yeah. So hopefully it's not so hoppy.
Oh, we're going to talk about the bottle?
I like the bottle. We already talked about it a little bit. It has a label that says Redrum on a door, which Cara doesn't even know.
It's kind of Christmassy.
It's green and red, I
green
guess.
And red.
Yeah, yeah.
You might not be able to see part of that on the...
But it's fine, you know, a little basic, but obviously an homage to the movie and its namesake. So you can get this beer at the Stanley Hotel in the bar, which is what I would want to do, just, you know, because when in Rome kind of situation. Let's smell it.
Okay. Oh, that's red.
It smells a little hoppy, but not overpoweringly so. But yeah, little hops, but not floral.
Hoppy, but it smells
also
like...
got some floral.
Yeah, it mostly smells ale-y.
Yeah, like an ale. Yeah, I don't mind the smell so much. I'd say 4 out of 5.
Yeah, 4 out of 5.
Yeah.
Okay. That's pretty.
It is pretty.
I
thought these were supposed to be clear.
Oh, really?
It's kind of not. I thought it was supposed to. Maybe not.
It's called a red ale. I assumed it would be red.
It is red, but it's supposed to be clear red. I think.
Oh.
Maybe not.
It's more opaque.
It is a little opaque, but it's a pretty red color. It's kind of copper.
Pretty.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah, more
and
like
it's got
copper.
a cute little head, little white head.
So what would you give the appearance?
Yeah, I'm just drinking it. It's 3 out of 3. It's pretty.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty bitter. Okay.
That's my bitter face. Did you see that?
Turns out that's a little hoppy, guys.
Woo!
Yeah, that just tastes like straight up grass. Not really, but a little. So, I learned so much about the Stanley Hotel. I didn't learn a lot about Estes Park Brewery, other than they started in like 1993, kind of. They were 2 separate breweries. They combined in like 94 and 95, the leadership change. But this has been around for a hot minute.
Yeah.
Right?
it hasn't been that long before I graduated.
Older. Apparently they have a huge beer garden. They have like a pretty lookout site. Estes Park's like 5 miles from the entrance to the Rocky Mountains. So
yeah, it's
pretty
so
there, guys.
beautiful there, you guys.
They have food. It's apparently pretty good, more than just like bar food.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they have pool tables, video games. So apparently it's a fun place to go. I would totally stop by this place if I were ever near.
For sure.
It sounds kind of fun. And then, so Estes Park is also where the Stanley Hotel is. That hotel has kind of a crazy history. So it's most famous for being the movie The Shining was not shot there, but it was the inspiration behind the book, Stephen King's book, The Shining, his 3rd book, one of his most popular to date. Apparently, so this hotel is like from the 1900s. Stanley Lee Freeland, haha, I remembered. Freeland Stanley, I couldn't remember his first name for a minute. Built it because...
Oh, wait, the Freeland is his first name?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Freeland, something close to that.
Stanley
Stanley's his
sounds
last
more
name.
like a first name.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's his last name.
Okay.
He's the inventor of the Stanley steamer car, which was a car that was very popular at the time, steam engine car. And so, rich man, and had consumption, which is tuberculosis, in the 1900s, and his health was failing in the East. And he had heard that out west there's cleaner air, which was the treatment for tuberculosis at the time. If you guys don't know, tuberculosis is an airborne pathogen, much like COVID. So when they took people with tuberculosis and they stuck them out in the fresh open air, sometimes the people would get better. Well, they're not giving it to everybody, you know, so it makes sense. Air circulation's better outside than in. Anyway, this was a treatment for tuberculosis. He went out west. He got so much better. He loved being in Colorado. He got much better. But there was like no like ritzy place to stay out there, and Mr. Stanley was used to a certain level of luxury. So he and his wife built this huge, beautiful resort hotel out in the middle of what was nowhere then. But this man was an inventor, so it was like the first all-electric hotel. He brought electricity to the city. He did so much for the city of Estes Park that basically he's responsible for like it being there. Yeah. So pretty cool. So anyway, that's where it was in 1900. But then over the years, he died and it kind of fell into other hands and people weren't keeping up with it. And this hotel started to crumble and was almost ready to be sold to like wrecking ball kind of type place in the 1970s.
Came in like a wrecking ball.
Exactly. And here comes Stephen King, who is apparently struggling to write a book because he didn't like the setting. His book he was writing was like something about an amusement park, and it wasn't like going. He and his wife are vacationing, or they live there. I don't know. They decide to go to the Stanley Hotel because someone's like, go. The hotel was getting ready to close down for the winter, which apparently is what Colorado hotels used to do when like it got really, really snowy. They would just shut down, which is also the basis for the movie Shining. She doesn't know this. Anyway, so he and his wife were checking in while like everybody else was checking out because this place is getting ready to close. They end up being like they're almost completely by themselves in this huge, crumbling, pretty eerie-like hotel in the middle of nowhere. And he was like, this is the setting for my next book. And apparently he wrote The Shining like mostly, not actually wrote it, but had like it all figured out before he even left the next day.
Oh, wow.
So Stephen King didn't like the movie. He was mad because it veered too much from the book. So he was in charge of the TV miniseries, and that was filmed at the Stanley.
Oh.
You don't care about any of this.
Miniseries.
Yeah, which apparently sucks. My mom liked it, but I have never watched it.
Most miniseries. I mean, original miniseries weren't good until, you know, like streaming came
and
along.
Apparently it's like 9 straight hours of TV. I mean, if you sit down and watch the whole thing, it's awful. Mom's like, you should watch it. No.
I mean, how do I say that? I watched like all of Game of Thrones. How long is that?
That was a lot of our lives.
Way more than 9 hours.
But I don't regret it.
9 hours, like one season.
I don't even regret a little bit of that.
Not even 1 minute.
Time spent, well spent. So
not even one letter.
Yeah. I learned lots about the Stanley. It's a very interesting hotel. Now it's been renovated, and you can stay there, and they obviously capitalize off of all of this paranormal activity and, you know, the Shining kind of correlation. I did think it was funny. So when you guys watch the Shining, you know there's like the hedge maze. That was not at the Stanley. That's completely out of Stephen King's imagination, but they now have one there. They built one. So many people went to the hotel looking for like,
I wasn't there.
No, but now there's one there. Now there's actually a hedge maze even. So that's kind of cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It would be fun to go like a Halloween party there.
I tell you what, it looks cool. I'll flash some pictures up. I mean, it's a very like stately looking resort, and it really is isolated. It looks like it's at the base of the mountains, but there's like nothing around.
Really?
Yeah, it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Because Estes Park is like crowded.
Well,
so it must be like,
but it's a little outside, I think.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Have you been there?
No.
Oh, you should go.
I know. It sounds pretty. Mom said they had a good time. Is it getting less bitter the more you drink it, or is it me?
Kind of, but it's still pretty bitter.
It is. I still don't feel like it's at level of IPA, but it is bitter. It has a little bit of maltiness in there I can detect.
I don't like it.
Yeah. So we're rating the flavor.
Flavor.
I'm going to do like 10 out of 20.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
It's not my fave.
For mouthfeel, I feel like it's kind of light to medium.
4 out of 5?
But very carbonated.
Is mouthfeel
Very
5?
astringent. Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say 4 to 5.
Okay.
Yeah. Are we at overall already? I think we are.
Yeah, now we are.
And I'm going to say a 7 out of 10.
Overall drinking pleasure.
Because I don't hate it, and I feel like it is what it's supposed to be. It's just, it's a little too bitter for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I mean,
you can rate it something different.
It's not like it's undrinkable.
No, I'm drinking it. And actually, the more I drink it, the more I think, not bad. I think Sam would really like this. I'll give him the rest.
It's okay in the front. I don't like it in the back.
That's what she said. You know that's what she said.
Oh my God.
Oh. Well, that makes 35 out of 50.
Okay.
For Estes Park Brewing Redrum.
Murder Ale.
Redrum. We're going to sit down and watch The Shining.
Redrum. 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 Stop it. Redrum. Redrum.
It's an interesting ride, folks.
What you get with two blondes.
You never know. You never know.
It's just.
That's what our trainer watched it. Hi, Sam. And he said, yeah. And he was like, I felt like you guys were just here. Like you're the same. And I was like, yeah.
Pretty much. This is just us.
Talk and
whether we're at the gym.
With very little filter.
Drinking beer.
Say whatever to whomever.
Say whatever we want. This is us. We haven't cried on the show, I don't think. Have we cried?
I don't think so.
No, that's probably good. Nobody wants to see that.
You guys don't want to see that. Her mascara. We've cried because we've laughed so hard.
This is true. I only wear
That's happened
waterproof mascara now.
I think you learned your lesson early on.
I ugly cry when I cry, you guys. It's like so bad. And she doesn't even want to take me to the movies anymore.
Oh, you guys. She never cries in real life. And then take her to a Nicholas Sparks movie. And oh my God, it's embarrassing. It's like you start, I don't know who that person is.
Don't go to the movie with me anymore.
It's like the dam breaks, and it's like 6 years worth of tears that have all been stored up.
I've a lot more in the last year.
You have. I feel like you're getting better at expressing those emotions.
Out. Then I got on some drugs, and I don't feel like I need to cry all the time.
There you go. That helps. Do you know what I feel like you're much better at? Really, honestly, I feel like in the past you would have to like have your shit back together before you would even tell me about it. And now you seem much more comfortable telling me about when you're like not okay in the moment.
Yeah.
Like I'm not okay and I need a little support and we'll get through it. But before I felt like you would always tell me after the fast. You would say things like, I almost had a mental breakdown 2 weeks ago and I had to go do this. And I'm like, I didn't even fucking know. Like, why don't you pick up a phone?
That's true. That I had a moment a couple weeks ago and I was like, it was like 10 o'clock at night. I was like, are you up and coming over?
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt Sam. I was like, Cara's coming over and it doesn't sound good. Make yourself scarce. Like, we gotta work through some shit apparently. Yeah. And I'm like, where are we, burying the body? Yeah. I got this.
Yeah.
Like, whatever you need, girl. I got you.
Same team.
I got a shovel. Yeah. We'll make it happen.
Whatever. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Deep secrets.
You need those people, guys. You need those people in your life.
You need one.
That you're okay being not okay around.
Yeah.
You have to feel safe enough to know, okay, I'm okay not being okay with this person.
Yeah.
That's not everybody. It's important, though.
Some people would judge you for that. Get you a friend that doesn't give a shit.
No, give a shit. Like, I'm going to show up on your doorstep at 10 p.m. Who knows? Probably tomorrow. You never know. Times are rough.
Oh, my gosh. You never know what might happen.
All right.
Okay. I don't
even like that one. Where's the other one? Do we have more of the other?
I don't know. A little bit, maybe.
All right.
Okay.
Adios, amigos.
Peace.
I don't know why I got Spanish again.